What's up, everybody? It's your boy Keefe, and you're watching the Weekly Ritual, Ghost Cult's news show, right here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. GhostCultMag.com is a small business. With that out of the way, let's get into it.
In case you missed it, features at Ghost Cult Magazine.
We kick this week's features off with our chat with Tim Skold, the industrial metal legend of his solo project Skold. He has a brand new album out right now, Dies Irae, on Cleopatra Records. We also talked to Laurea from Burning Witches. Their brand new album, Witch of the North, is out today on Nuclear Blast Records. We also talked to Jarvis Leatherby of Circith Ungol. The classic heavy metalers have a new EP out today on Metal Blade Records, Half Past Human. We also talked to the guys from Capra. Their debut full-length album, In Transmission, is out now on Blacklight Media/Metal Blade Records.
And now the news rundown.
For the story that has rocked the metal community this week, David Ellefson, the longtime bassist of Megadeth, has been dismissed from the band in the wake of his sex scandal allegations. This is very unfortunate. Dave has been a longtime member of the band over 2 very long stints. His iconic bass sound is intrinsically linked to the sound of the band, as well as the iconic MTV News intro with that bass from Peace Sells for Who's Buying. But Dave got caught out there and unfortunately has been kicked out of Megadeth. Very sad. No words yet as to whether this affects the upcoming release of the new Megadeth album or who will take Dave's place. More news to come on this story as it develops. Big news as festivals and tours continue to get announced, canceled, postponed, rebooked, rescheduled. We're going to bring you all that news at the top of every weekly ritual. Coming in like the heroes they are, Slipknot has announced a return to their Knotfest series here in America, taking place this September, Knotfest, Iowa on September 25th. Already a crowded day for festivals. It's gonna have Faith No More, it's gonna have Lamb of God, it's gonna have Megadeth, it's gonna have Gojira, it's gonna have Trivium. All these incredible bands. The whole Knotfest shebang-a-bang in terms of all the stuff that goes along with a Knotfest. And headlined by Slipknot, their first Slipknot headline show in America since Knotfest Roadshow concluded in 2019. So super excited for this, coupled with the news that the band has been in the studio working on a new album. We might get news about that album by the time of the festival. ArcTanGent Fest, one of the best festivals in the UK, specifically focusing on technical death metal, progressive metal, and similar genres, has been postponed to 2022. I know this is a big blow. It is an indoor festival typically, held in a small theater, not possible to have with social distancing, so they have postponed to 2022. On the good news front, they have announced a bunch of bands for 2022 coming back, including Opeth, Cult of Luna, Tesseract, and many more. Rammstein has announced they have rebooked their North American tour, finally confirmed. Their North American tour will now take place in 2022, postponed twice, but will happen in the summer of 2022, kicking off in August. They have added extra dates to Los Angeles and Mexico City. We are stoked for this news. Psycho Las Vegas is coming back this summer, not next year, this summer. Psycho Las Vegas is going to take place at Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. And some of the bands that were booked for 2021 have had to move to next year, such as Merciful Fate, the Merciful Fate reunion. A lot of bummed out people there. A lot of European bands are not going to make it over for this due to restrictions. However, Psycho Las Vegas announced their full lineup for each day, now includes Down as a headliner, as well as Emperor, Danzig, and tons of more bands. Lollapalooza is coming back for their 30th anniversary, 30 years of Lollapalooza. They're finally getting to have an in-person event this summer in Chicago, and the lineup is crazy. It obviously always includes a bunch of rock bands and a bunch of pop stars and rappers. So this year you have Foo Fighters, you have Post Malone, you have Miley Cyrus, Freddie Gibbs, all kinds of artists. It's gonna be sick. Check out Lollapalooza if you like that kind of stuff. Awesome rock and heavy metal supergroup LA Rats has just been announced. They dropped their debut single, a cover of the classic song I've Been Everywhere Man, and the band features Rob Zombie and John 5 of Rob Zombie, Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue, and Tommy Clufudos, who we just talked to in an interview a few weeks ago. The song is cool. It's for Liam Neeson's new Netflix movie Ice Road. The soundtrack looks awesome. Interesting to see if this LA Rats band is a one-off or if we're going to get more music from these guys in the future. What is Metallica up to? That's the question we've been asking. Metallica has once again teased Black Album era content in a possible hint that they are going to celebrate 30 years of the Black Album this summer with perhaps some events, some live streams, a live performance, or maybe the long-rumored Black Album vinyl deluxe reissue. We've seen reissues of all their other albums. The Black Album is due for one. It's about that time. 30 years of the Black Album. Drop a comment and tell us whether you love or hate Metallica's Black Album. Wolfgang Van Halen has dropped a brand new single, the title track from his upcoming self-titled album, Mammoth, named for his band, of course. The song is another catchy melodic rock tune. Seems like that's the direction Wolfie is taking his new music in. So far, so good. Obviously, we all got choked up when we saw the Distance song last year released on the anniversary of his father, Eddie Van Halen's passing. And we are hyped this record just a few weeks away. Check back with GhostCultMag.com soon for our review. Speaking of Van Halen, Mr. Bungle has dropped a live video and single of their cover of Van Halen's Loss of Control from their upcoming Blu-ray, DVD, VHS, whatever the hell, coming up the night they came home from their live stream last Halloween. And their Van Halen cover is awesome, Mike Patton is incredible and hilarious, and the cover is a banger. A rock band won the Eurovision contest, the Eurovision Song Contest, long loved and hated by rock and metal fans, actually celebrated with Maneskin, the Italian rock band. I hope I said that correctly. They won in a worldwide global vote, and then of course promptly there was a scandal, and as only Eurovision could do, there's a scandal about the singer being on drugs and being drug tested. Seems like a lot of nonsense to me, but congratulations to a rock band for winning the Eurovision contest. Finnish melodic death metal band Insomnium has dropped another new single and video, The Reticent, out now on Century Media Records and wherever you stream music and watch videos. They have put out a series of new singles. They have probably some more to come out soon, all to support the band since they had all their touring canceled from the pandemic. They just put out a new full-length album last year. It was amazing. Love Insomnium. Here for more Insomnium content. Long defunct side project of Ministry, 1000 Homo DJs. Don't at me, that's their name. They're putting out a brand new single on vinyl in June. And it's the collected 12-inch singles of the band's classic cover of Black Sabbath's Slipknot. You might know the track and that cover from Nativity in Black, the Black Sabbath tribute album, the very first one back in the 90s. But the vinyl is going to come out. It's going to have all the versions of Slipknot and some other tracks on it. It's got a who's who of industrial metal legends. And the cover of Slipknot, there's two versions, or multiple versions, but one has Al Jorgensen of Ministry, and the other, Trent Reznor of 9 Inch Nails. So awesome. To honor the memory of Chester Bennington on the anniversary of his birthday last week, a snippet of an unreleased track that Chester wrote with Slash for Slash's solo album that came out a while back was released to the internet. The former producer of the record and former engineer had held on to the track and released just a snippet of it. Not sure if he has the permission to put it out with the rest of the family. Slash seemed very positive and happy that this got heard, even just a little bit. It's great to hear Chester's voice. We heard Chester recently on Grey Days' music, and occasionally we get to hear some snippets of things. Hopefully someday there'll be some more Linkin Park music with Chester on it, but we're here for some more Chester stuff. We miss you, Chester, and we try to keep his memory alive. Spiritbox has dropped a brand new version of their song Constance. We teased this last week. They put out kind of an orchestral, acoustic version. It's beautifully sung. It's not as aggro as the original version with the sick, crazy serial killer murder video. This was done in collaboration with the Grammy Museum, who also interviewed the band. This version is wonderful. Of course, we're still expecting news soon on the new full-length Spiritbox album due out sometime this year from Rise Records. Got the time! Frankie Bello is writing his memoirs. The book is called Fathers and Sons. It's coming out soon. You can pre-order it right now. He co-wrote it with author Joel MacIver. Talks all about Frankie's upbringing in the Bronx with his relative there, Charlie Benante, his uncle, and all the shenanigans he's gotten into in rock and roll over the years. We are super pumped. This will be the second book by a member of Anthrax, following Scott Ian's book, I'm the Man. Psychedelic stoner rockers Heavy Temple have announced the release of their full-length debut album, finally a full-length from the band after a series of EPs and singles. Lupia Morris will be out this June from Magnetic Eye Records, great label that we're big fans of. They just participated in Magnetic Eye's Day of Doom live stream. They dropped a new single and a video, and we're super excited for this Heavy Temple release. Times of Grace, the rock supergroup, is back. That is the side project from Jesse and Adam D of Killswitch Engage. They just celebrated the 10-year anniversary of their debut album, which came out in 2011. Now, they've dropped a brand new single. They've announced their brand new album, Songs of Separation, coming later this year, I believe this summer, from their own label Imprint, which is amazing. Super cool. It's got very Stained, Saint-Asonia vibes, heavy rock, not quite metal like the Killswitch Engage is, but we're here for this. We love anything with Jesse and Adam. Super cool musical prodigy Yanni Bushell of the UK. We featured her here at Ghost Cult before. She has just become the first musical ambassador and artist in residence for Cartoon Network, and she did a whole musical video with Teen Titans Go, where she's in the animation with them. It's amazing. She's a brilliant artist. She always does covers and originals on her YouTube channel. You can check her out at the link below. Super excited about the future for Nandi. Helloween has dropped a brand new single, Fear the Fallen, from their upcoming self-titled album coming out next month from Nuclear Blast Records. We are super stoked on the entire Pumpkins United lineup, 6, 7 members, whatever it is, 3 singers. It's crazy. If you love heavy metal, if you love classic power metal, this is for you, and this track is a banger. Legendary punk and metal band Suicidal Tendencies is getting the puzzle treatment, finally, from Z Productions and Rocksaw's Jigsaw Puzzles. Rocksaw's Jigsaw Puzzles has put out countless puzzles from every band you can think of in classic rock and metal and punk, and now Suicidal is getting that tribute with their classic album, Join the Army, their crossover thrash album in 1987, and their more recent album, World Gone Bad, which was also kind of punky from just a few years ago, and features drummer Dave Lombardo. Portland black and drone artist Mizmor is releasing a vinyl version of his classic album, Dialethea, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, I apologize. It's a killer record from a couple of years ago. It's finally seeing a vinyl release. It features Emma Rundle on a track. It's really impressive and immense, and that vinyl is coming from Gilead Media. Everything that label does slaps. Metalcore rockers Beartooth are back with a brand new single, Fed Up, from their upcoming album Below, due out on Red Bull Records next month. I don't know why Red Bull makes records, but they're on the Red Bull Records label. Beartooth, always a great time live. This album's a banger. It's super heavy and dark lyrically, so we're really excited about this record. The band has been announced for a bunch of festivals and a headline UK tour next winter with Motionless in White and Stray from the Path.
I shit you not. Unbelievable stories you can't make up.
Do you like actor Bokeem Woodbine? You might be seeing him in the current episodes of Fargo. He used to be on The Sopranos. He was in the movie Dead Presidents. All kinds of cool stuff. Bokeem Woodbine plays music, but did you know that in high school he had a metal band? I actually went to high school with Bokeem. We went to PRLMH LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts. He's actually a year ahead of me. He was always man cool with his MC jacket, but he had a metal band back in the day, and even now he plays and sings guitar in his own band and projects. Super cool stuff from Bokeem. He's a hell of an actor and also loves his rock and metal.
And now for a look at Who Rules It Streaming.
This week's Who Rules It Streaming brings us back to At the Movies, the Scandi rock and metal supergroup featuring Bjorn from Soilwork. The band covered the Backstreet Boys' I Want It That Way from the 1999 movie Drives Me Crazy. Who knows what they'll do next, but it's always awesome.
And now some of the music out for New Music Friday.
Ailstorm, live in Tilburg, Napalm Records, Alluvial, Sarcoma, Nuclear Blast, Angst Krieg, Skyspiel, Despots, Birdflesh, All the Miseries EP, Everlasting Spew, Bison, Perfect Mistakes EP, self-released, Bleeth, Harbinger, Seeing Red, Bloodbound, Creatures of the Dark Realm, AFM, Burning Witches, The Witch of the North, Nuclear Blast, Cirrith Ungol, Half Past Human EP, Metal Blade, Drift into Black, Patterns of Light, Black Doomba, Eminence, Dark Echoes, Blood Blast, Engraver, Behind EP, Wormhole Death, The Flight of Sleipnir, Eventide, Eisenwald, Ghastly, Mercurial Passages, $20 Spin, Gwar, The Disc with No Name EP, Pin, Impaled Nazarene, Eight-Headed Serpent, Osmos, Khandra, All Occupied by Soul Death, Season of Mist, King of Asgard, Svartvidor, Troll Music, Mental Cruelty, A Hill to Die Upon, Unique Leader, Noctiferia, Reforma, Bloodblast, Noctule, Wretched Abyss, Translation Loss, and Church Road. The Obsessed, Lunar Womb re-release, High Roller, Of Mice and Men, Bloom EP, Sharp Tone, Perturbator, Lustful Sacraments, Blood Records, Portal, Avow, Profound Lore, Satyricon, Dark Medieval Times re-release, The Shadow Throne re-release, Napalm Records, Silver Lake by Asa Holpanian, Nuclear Blast, Silver Talon, Decadence and Decay, M Theory Recordings, Storm Ruler, Under the Burning Eclipse, Napalm Records, T-Tops, Staring at a Static Screen, Magnetic Eye, Tigers of Pantang, Majors and Minors, Mighty, Unfathomable Ruination, Decinium Ruinae, EP, Willowtip, White Moth Black Butterfly, The Cost of Dreaming, K-Scope.
And now for a look in our mailbag.
This week's mailbag features an awesome vinyl from Death Piggy. Welcome to the record. Death Piggy, for those who don't know, is the precursor band to Gore, featuring Dave Brockie. Rest in power. This awesome vinyl is a gold-colored vinyl, which has their original album and a bunch of unreleased tracks, and came out for Record Store Day a few years ago, and came to us from Amoeba Records in San Francisco. If you made it to this part of the show, you know what time it is. It's the end. Thanks for supporting GhostColdMag.com, a small business. We really appreciate it. As we say every week at this juncture, it's a tough time in the world. So please, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and stay fucking metal.